Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the shop. Today we're working on a elevated book rack, or elevated bookshelf as some call it. So I'm making it out of some sawmill lumber, rough lumber. So I'm milling it down. I'm on the bandsaw. I'm cutting it to 13/16. My goal is 3/4 when I'm finished. So I needed to leave enough room to plane it down to the thickness I want, get it smooth. Looking good. A good tuned bandsaw sure does a good job. So a few passes here at the thickness planer. I'm shooting for 3/4 of an inch. That's the bit I got for the dado I'm gonna cut. Well, we'll see that later. I'm gonna be doing shorter videos for a while. I got called back to work. I've had some issues. I went back to work to train some people. So cutting it to the width here at the table saw. I'm gonna use a braidle arm saw to make my 90-degree cuts, cross cuts. It just does a lot better job than that miter saw. But I forgot one thing. I forgot the angle. The foot gets an 8.5-degree angle. I'm making the elevated book rack. I got my 3 pieces. You know, I got the back and this here. I got my angle cut. Just gonna set something like that right there. That's what it's gonna look like. My wife wanted a hardwood, so I could reduce it right there. Probably just do something like that. And she wanted an elevated book rack to go in the living room. She had some books. We are going back to books. Books are harder to change. You know, on the internet, you know, they'll tell you anything. But you're getting this, we got an old set of encyclopedias. We thought once getting rid of them. No, we're gonna keep them. So when they change what's real, we'll have it locked in time of what is truly real. So, and important, what you do when you're building this stuff is have good square, whether you're doing dovetails, box joints, you get everything perpendicular and square, and it's like having the foundation of a house that is good, it's square and level. You know, you won't be fighting it all the way through. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna oh yeah, so this shooting board will really get it square. It makes everything go so much better. I'm going to give it a little more blade. That might be, oh yep, that was a lot. If y'all remember, this eliminates the tear out. Oh yeah, we're cutting her now. That radial arm saw does a good job, but this shooting board will make it square. So let's see what we got here. We need a little bit of work here. Hadn't tried to tear out of them all. Okay. Get that side there. This one here is, that one's going to meet here, so it's very important. This here just to make it look right. Okay. All right, this one right here, let's go ahead and get it. Okay. Okay. Yep, it really squares them up. All right, what I'm thinking about doing here, now that we got that, is I'm going to cut a dado. Let's see. This is the way it's going to look, just like this right here. Okay. We're going to come in 3/4 of an inch, and I'm gonna go to the router table, and we're gonna cut us a dado for that. Just I'm looking at just maybe an 1/8 inch deep, just enough to get it to set in there and lock in. Then we'll glue it in, and that'll be good to go. So let's go to the router table and cut a dado. What I did, I got me a 3/4 inch bit. I milled this to 3/4. So let's see what we got. I run a test piece through it. Looks like we're gonna be good. I use a block piece with a 90 here where I can push through to make sure we don't have any tear out right there. So let's see what we can. So what we have here, we'll just test fit this thing. Yeah, I'll tell you what, let me smooth this edge off just a little bit. You don't want to round it off much. Just enough where it'll. Okay. I believe we're going to be fine, so that'll glue right in there. So why don't we just go ahead and glue that, and then let's glue this right here. Then we'll work with that. So what we got, I'm going to do, I'm going to keep a glue off my bench. So I got me a piece of hardboard. That's just right for that. To get on that, and it doesn't matter. So let's see. I'll tell you what, which way? Oh yeah. See how the green about halfway matches going that way? I'll tell you what, before I do that, I want to do a little sanding. All right, just be a little simple old glue up right here. Okay. Okay. I'm going to take these clamps, pull that thing right together, and we'll be good. Okay. Here's one thing I like to check. Dude's right on 90. Okay, so that'll work. Okay. Being since how we're going to just set this on here and let the glue, you know how it'll squish around, stuff like that. I went ahead and got me some measurements where I want it to be. And I'm going to take my double-sided tape. I'm going to set me some blocks at the corners. That way when I just set it in there, it'll go right to where it needs to be. It won't be scooting and sliding around and whatnot. So let's try this and see how this works. I guess you could take and put pin nails. I try to keep the metal out of it. So I love it double-sided tape. It's pretty handy. So I've got it where I want it to be. I put some marks there. Now I just slide it right there, hold her down good and tight. And what I might do is, I know what I'll do. I'll get me some rubber bands. Let me get some rubber bands. I get it like I want it. I'll get the rubber bands on it, let it sit for a second, and I'll take them blocks off. So let's see how well this is going to do. Okay, let's just see if I can get these rubber bands on here. Well, do it this way. Rubber bands are pretty handy. I'll do one more just for safekeeping. Okay, so that's got that. I got another little trick I like using. Taking straw, cut it off at an angle, 45 or so. Comes to a point, you can get right in those corners, get all that glue out of there. Couple things, it gets it off before it sets up. Another thing is, the outside of that bead would have to dry before the inside, so it actually helps it set up a little quicker. Get some pretty tight places. That straw really works. Except for my daughter come down here one time. She couldn't figure out what I had straws for. Yeah. Well, all right. Let's let that set up, and then we'll be ready for some finishing. Well, I think we got her set up enough. Let's see if we can get all the vices off. Yeah, I think we're fine. Which I'm gonna go ahead and sand the side and get them pencil marks off. And we get ready to, we're gonna put us some shellac on this thing and Maybe some boiled linseed oil, I don't know. So what I've got is a 2-pound cut shellac. And we are got a sponge brush. We're gonna go ahead and see if we can't put a coat on this thing. I'm gonna put it on there good and thick. Then I'll water it down and put some more layers on it and let that end grain suck that up good. See if we can't get us a elevated book rack, bookshelf. Put plenty on that end grain. Let her drink it up. Drink it up, I mean. That end grain really sucking it up. Well, that's what we want. Get it covered. So I'm gonna let that dry and I'll put a couple more coats in it and we'll come back. We'll look at the final product. So we got our elevated book rack or bookshelf. What we need to do, I'll take a snapshot of it when it's in place with the books on it. That's what we'll do. But anyhow, that's a quick little old video. She wanted a elevated book rack anyway. Well, we got Nana down here with us. She wanted to oversee the elevated book rack. Let me show you what I mean. I got a little deal right here. Say hey, Nana.
Hey. Hey.
Yeah, elevated book rack for Nana. Well, I appreciate y'all joining in with me. Quick little old project. The boss wanted one, so guess what? We got it one. So, like I said earlier, I had to go back to work, so didn't have to, but they've been so good to me over the years. You just don't say no. I mean, you know, they're paying me, so why not? So that's, don't know how long it's going to be. Could be they originally thought about 3 to 6 months, but the guy I'm teaching, he's picking it up pretty quick, so it could be less than that. So that's going to do us this week. Appreciate you watching. Y'all be safe. Remember, if it cuts wood, it will cut you. So be safe, and I will catch you on the next one.